Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I'm doing another late night check-in video, and by going by the title, you should know what I'm going to be talking about, and it's to announce that I am writing another book. I have been dreaming up this concept for a while. My first novel that I wrote was a young adult romance, and it was an interesting experiment. I definitely learned a lot, and definitely a lot of what not to do when writing and marketing a first book. So I didn't really market my book that much, if at all. I think I mentioned it once or twice on this channel here, probably got less than like 10 views. And I also have a few other social media platforms that I'm on that have a little bit of a bigger following. And I announced it there as well. And it had modest sales, and I'm happy that I did it. And I can say that I'm a published author. I'm very proud of that. And I'm actually really happy that I actually have my own book on my bookshelf. It's literally staring at me right now, and I might even bring it into a shot after I film this first segment. But it was definitely a trying experience as well. And as I said, there's a lot of things that I've learned from it. And to release a second novel, I think I would be a lot more strategic in marketing it and laying out the seeds early so that I could build buzz and anticipation and maybe try my hand at doing pre-orders and things of that nature, and actually giving the book a fighting chance at being visible, because for readers to actually want to consume the book, leave reviews, and elevate its status, they kind of need to know that it exists. And with my first novel, it's not really known that it exists. So it's just kind of out there in La La Land. But I decided that I'm going to diverge away from that genre, which was young adult contemporary romance, and go into something a little bit darker and more adult in theme. So my next novel, don't have a title yet, it's untitled. It's just in the early drafting stages, but it's going to be a vampire thriller, maybe some romance entangled in it, but it's going to be more along the side of thriller, vampire, fantasy based novel. And I think I want it to be new adult, if not just straight out adult fantasy fiction. So a lot of vampire mythology is starting to get back into mainstream lexicon. Vampire lore comes in and out of fashion. There's always a vampire craze. The last big vampire craze we had was the Twilight, True Blood, and the Vampire Diaries craze, which was definitely its own beast. But it always kind of swiftly comes back in, and you can just start to see the emergence of that genre come back. And I've been playing around with this story idea for a while, and I think I'm going to challenge myself to do it. And me making this video is kind of putting the thought out there so that it holds me accountable. My aim, with the best case scenario, would that it be released sometime early 2022, because I also have to keep in mind I also have an ongoing goal of being a better artist. A lot of my videos as of late have been about me experimenting with being a portrait artist, because I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. I know for a lot of people who do content creation and show up regularly on platforms like YouTube, as you're watching here, and others, they niche down into one finite thing that they're known for, which pretty much all the leading experts will tell you is the best strategy as far as growth online and as far as having a consistent and dedicated following, is niching down, having your focus be on one thing. But that has never really worked for me. My channel has gone through many transformations, and many different little niches, and I just found that I didn't like being stuck and categorized in one box, and I want to expand. So I took the challenge late last year in 2020 that I wanted to be someone that perfected and practiced their art skills in addition to talking about the books that she loved to read and lifestyle in general, and just giving my honest, sincere thoughts. So I'm doing this video as a public declaration. Doesn't matter if only one person sees this video. I appreciate you, my friend, or a dozen others, or whomever. I just want this to be my public declaration that I am writing a second novel. I'm going to challenge myself again. It's going to be fantasy, and there will be definitely a learning curve I'll have to compound and contend with, but I am up for the challenge. And even if I fall flat on my face once again, so be it. I'll be able to say that I'm not only published once, but twice. And look at my little book baby. There she is. So my first published novel. I love it. It means a lot to me, and I will always treasure it, and it will always be as a reminder that I was able to complete a really difficult task, a really difficult life goal, and I was able to complete it, and I'll always have this work to remember. And I just think it's a beautiful, hopeful young adult story. And I'm going to accept the challenge again to do a second one, and God willing, I'll stick it through. So thank you for joining me for this video. Hope you have an amazing night. See you in the next video. Could be an art upload, could be a book blogging video, could be a book review, it could be a writing update. It could be just about anything. Get the jack of all trades here. So bye, have a good night. See you in the next video. Peace.